Just to be clear, you're taking us on some very adventure-filled cryptozoology expeditions through the jungle?
Yes.
This is sick.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Hi.
How's the Wednesday going?
It's a great Wednesday so far.
Yeah, it's been a good Wednesday. I love Lord Day so much.
Lord Day is the best. Lord's Day.
The Lord's Day.
Nope.
Whatever
Lord Day.
we
The
choose
Lord's
to
Day
call it.
is Wednesday.
It just makes me so happy to be back recording and be like ready to hear a story.
Yeah.
I know. It's kind of the thing that I look forward to the most in my life at the moment. Is that sad?
No,
No, I
that's
get it.
sad.
I get really excited.
I just love, like, today, obviously, it's my episode. So I love researching and then being like, I can't wait to tell you guys what I learned.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Are
And
we
it's
nerds?
always, I don't know about you two, but like sometimes when I'm going through something emotional or like specific, I try and like craft my episode around like things going on in my life. And it's so fun and healing. And that's not like a hint, or maybe it is. But no, I just think it's like a really fun concept to like every couple weeks I'm like, well, okay, what's going on in my life? Like, what do I feel like I need to know about? Like, what do I feel like the ladies need to know about? It's just fun.
So if your lore is something really dark, should we be concerned?
Great question.
Well, sometimes it's not that. Sometimes
Everyone check in on Lindsay.
sometimes it's just for funsies.
Yeah, so true, so true. Well, if you also have been enjoying Lorne's Day, please leave us like a review or a 5-star, tell your friends. We got a concise and beautiful review on Apple Podcasts from the Travie Claus, which is a great name. And they just said 10 out of 10. And that's all. That's all we need.
And thank you so much.
And
Thank you.
We're
Thank you for
kicking
your
our
10 out of
feet and
10.
giggling.
Yeah.
And those words, those numbers meant everything.
I love those numbers. Thank you.
Do you think it's Travis Kelce?
Yes.
Probably, right? I feel like Taylor Swift must listen.
That's the only thing that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if he just starts talking about lore on New Heights podcast?
Everyone
He's
should
like,
talk about
we're actually
more.
going to pivot. Every week we're going to tell a story accompanied by some wine.
No,
Jason does
sue
not
Travis
know the
Kelce.
story I'm going to tell.
Oh gosh, this is going to be a hard court battle.
We will not win that. That's okay. Take our
No, we
concept.
won't.
It's
No.
great. We want Laura to take
fine,
over
yeah.
the world. That's our ultimate goal.
Exactly.
We do.
And all that matters is that Travie Claus gave us a 10 out of 10. So
That's really all that matters. I will say I'm noticing that you did follow through and you're wearing your Jurassic Park shirt.
I did. We have follow through here. Last episode, I mentioned that I have a Jurassic Park dinosaur t-shirt and I was going to wear it, and I did.
I love it.
Boom.
It looks so
It's amazing.
good.
It's so comfy. Technically, it's a pajama shirt, but no one needs to know that.
Doesn't matter.
You just told them. No, we're all friends here. We're friends.
We're friends. We're friends.
Keep
It's
it a
fine.
secret.
They don't know.
Don't
They don't
keep
know.
it a secret. It's
I wore
fine.
pajamas on
sleepover.
this podcast once. It was fine.
That's true.
Was for a dream episode, but yeah, sure,
No,
whatever.
it's good. It's good. Maybe this is a dinosaur
it's great.
episode. Who can say?
Maybe.
I would love.
That would be cool. Jessie, I do have a little special present for you in the form of a fun message that we got from another one of your episodes, if you're curious.
Oh, I'm very curious.
Only if you're curious.
Yeah. No.
We have a laureate who wrote in about the tooth fairy, and it's our friend Tone from Sweden.
Love Tone.
And Tone just gives the greatest and most interesting lore from Sweden. So, a few comments from Sweden on your episode regarding the tooth fairy. We have both the tandfa, the tooth fairy, and the tantroll, tooth trolls. But they are very different creatures. Tantroll are strictly used to make children brush their teeth. They usually learn the word tantroll before cavities or caries. Whenever a child has a cavity, we say they have the tantroll. With the tooth fairy, the child leaves their tooth in a glass of water by the bed, and the fairy will leave a golden coin, about $1, in the glass. This is the same for every dropped baby tooth. Greetings from Sweden.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Tone.
I love that. I'm so curious why in water.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cleaner.
I suppose. It's just like alcohol, pure alcohol. Yeah. It's disinfecting the tooth.
I just thought those were two
nice
really fun
Wow.
specifications on the tooth fairy.
Yeah.
And I love hearing.
Yeah, thanks, Tone.
We have listeners, this is not a brag, but it'll sound like one. We have listeners all over the world. So if you do have specific lore to your own country that you'd love to just write in and tell us, we always get super excited to share it on the pod and with each other.
Yeah, or if you just have lore suggestions, we're more than happy to take them too. And if you want us to come to your country, let's get some live shows in the works. Just kidding. I think we would be very fun for a live show, but there's a lot that gets cut of us being like
In those specific words.
Yeah. That's our transition music for ourselves.
Oh, well, boop-a-dop-a-dweep-dia.
Wine time. Thank you for that layup. Or the assist. I don't know basketball very well.
I liked both.
Thank you. We play a game here at Ladies Who Lore, and I think it's really fun. So play along. It's called Guess the Lore from the Pour. I have brought in a story and a bottle of wine that is the clue to the story. Sammy and Lindsay don't know what I'm doing, so the wine bottle is a lovely way for them to sort of get on the same page before we dive into the story. So I'm going to go grab the wine bottle.
Before you give the wine, if you ever want to know what the wine is for the week, just go to our Instagram and you can play along with us. And if you don't feel like playing along today, you can join us and drink your water. Stay hydrated. It is getting warm out there. There's a super El Nino coming. Okay, anyway.
Isn't that like a storm?
No. It is a Pacific oceanic process that ends up changing the weather for like a 2 to 3 year depending cycle. There's El Nino and La Nina. I don't need to do the meteorology right now. But anyway, Google the super El Nino if you're curious about it. There have only been like 5 in history.
Sorry,
Whoa.
the next 2 to 3 years is going to be
Hotter?
I think the next, they don't know. So this is hilarious that this is the tangent. They don't know how it interacts. But basically, like, the regular process is that warm water will like sink to the bottom and cold water will come up, which makes the Pacific coast cooler and makes certain areas warmer. When the super El Nino or El Nino happens, I think the warm water actually stays at the top and the turning doesn't happen in the same way. So it becomes warmer in the Pacific, and that can translate into all sorts of other weather patterns because the Pacific Ocean is obviously like bigger than most of the land on Earth, maybe all of the land on Earth. So anyway,
cool.
Okay, I
drink
need
water
wine now.
Great. Drink water.
Drink water, but I need wine.
Yeah.
Here is my bottle.
it is so
Ooh.
adorable.
This is cool
Yeah,
looking.
it's cute.
Okay, it's called Gruber Roschitz.
Sure.
Roschitz something. It's a veltliner.
I love my vetliners.
Yeah, there's like 3 little funky dinosaurs on here. Interesting.
Or aliens.
There's like an alien, a dinosaur, and a long lizard capybara.
With about
And they
1,
all-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen this bottle and I've thought about trying to find something for it, so I'm so happy you did. Do you want to read the backlines?
Yes, I would love to. The Weinviertel is famous for its spicy, fruity Gruner veltliner. The soil around Roschitz consists largely of loess and granite bedrock and provide... Wait a second. Is there a grammatical mistake on this bottle?
Is there?
Consists largely of loess and granite bedrock and provide distinctive Gruner veltliner.
Maybe that makes sense to someone in the wine community.
Sure, we'll go with that. It smells like nothing, because I'll give you the notes in a second.
Do we have guesses, ladies?
Dinosaur.
Alien.
I do think it has... She's wearing her dinosaur shirt. I feel like there has to be something there, right?
Yeah, I do think the dinosaur shirt is a nod to this, even
But I
more
feel like
so.
it's not dinosaurs.
I'm wondering what the dinosaurs... I mean, it could be the lore of dinosaurs. That would actually be fascinating.
Could it be like Loch Ness or something? Because it kind of looks dinosaur-y.
Maybe. I'm really caught up on this alien thing, but I don't know if I deserve to be. Is there like a Jurassic Park lore?
Right? I wonder if there's some type of like...
I'm reading the screenplay
Like-
today.
It always goes back to that.
Always.
I can't wait for a screenplay reading.
This will be a longer episode. Everyone stay tuned while Jessie acts out. Will you be doing the dinosaur sound effects too?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Give us a taste. Oh, please. All right, don't do that for the episode. Okay, I'm gonna go.
I thought that was great.
It
was giving T-Rex.
I'm sorry. That was horrible.
No, it was.
Please don't leave.
It'll do the trick.
I think it has to do with dinosaur, but I'll say Nessie just to have something else out there.
All right, so we have Nessie and what's your guess, Lindsay?
Oh, I want to say. Can I say aliens / tar pits?
Sure.
I'll say dinosaur / Nessie.
Great.
Okay.
We've covered our bases.
Let's pour some lore and find out. Pour some lore and find out.
roar.
I'm excited.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It smells lemony. Oh, it's crisp. Oh, whoa.
Lemon.
Kind of tastes sour.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
There's a little bit of like a spice in it. Not spice,
Oh,
but...
I just looked at the notes. That was stupid of me.
Dang. Well, it's giving lemon. Floral.
I can't tell if I like it.
It has a really intense bite to it.
Yeah, it's like, because it's so crisp and lovely, I thought it would be like nice on a summer's day, but this is like intense.
Very tart. Maybe there's a little thyme.
How much? Sorry.
All right, so you're getting fresh pear, yellow fruit, which you don't often hear yellow fruit, but I'm sure that means lemon to some extent.
Yeah.
Herbal spice, so thyme for sure. And then a peppery feel.
Also spice.
Yeah.
I think it's a little hard to taste notes in this one because you just feel the intense bite.
It's so punchy.
Like, it's really hard to tell any notes from it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it'll settle.
Maybe. What would you rate it?
I think right now, a 6.
Yeah.
And I think if the bite goes down a little bit and there's a little more notes that come through, I think it can grow a lot.
Yeah, I'm going with 5. It's like a little too, like it shrivels my tongue
Yeah.
a bit. Okay, are we ready to find out what we're learning about today, ladies?
Roar!
Never been more ready.
I'm going to regale you with the story first. We're starting with a fisherman named Mokele-Mbembe, who has been fishing in the Congo since he was a little boy. It's several Octobers ago during the monsoon season, and he's paddling along the river in his tiny canoe. He casts his net, hoping for a fruitful return, when just 100 feet away, he sees a rather large ripple in the water. Then, a dark shape emerges, and he swears, even to this day, on his daughters, his sons, his wife, his God, that it was the creature so sought after that there have been dozens of expeditions trying to find it, countless reports on it, and rivalries that have sprung from it. Some refer to it as the Congo Basin's Bigfoot. Others call it a living dinosaur, the Mokele-Mbembe.
That's so exciting.
Yes, we're learning about a potentially real-life dinosaur in the Congo. What?
Incredible.
I would like to say I'm giving myself a half point for Nessie because it seems similar.
Yeah, I think that's super fair. Some could say Nessie is a dinosaur, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I think some do.
many do.
And when I tell you, this tickled my fancy so hard. I love Jurassic Park. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I love dinosaurs, and it's my favorite part of any natural history museum. I am so pumped to be talking about this today. So, the Mokele-Mbembe, I'm going to guess you guys don't know much about it. Great. Let me tell you everything. So it looks like a sauropod, meaning it's got that long, flexible neck, kind of like an elephant's trunk. It's thought to live in swampy, marshy wetlands somewhere in the Republic of Congo and Cameroon. It's said to have smooth, brownish-gray skin, only one long tooth, and some say it has a horn. It's kind of cute, right?
It's like a narwhal.
One long tooth
it's like
with
a
one long horn is adorable.
It's pretty cute. There have only been a handful of accounts that mention a muscular tail like an alligator. and its head resembles that of a big turtle, hard and scaly. The legend of this strange prehistoric cryptid dates back centuries, passed down orally in indigenous tribes in Central Africa. The name Mokele-Mbembe is thought to come from the Lingala language of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and it loosely translates to one who stops the flow of rivers.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I love language.
I was about to say that.
Gorgeous.
Sorry, that's the table.
Awesome.
So, during an expedition in 1960, French anthropologist and linguist Pierre Alexandre, that's my French, Alexandre, thank you, was told, I'm going to Paris, so I just have to start practicing.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
Now is the time to start practicing.
yeah, right now. I'm going to do this whole thing in French. Is that okay?
Please.
Thank you. So Pierre was told by around 30 Congolese people that the Mokele-Mbembe was a giant crocodile, essentially. The Zamin people refused to take their canoes out into open water of the river out of fear of the unnamed monster. And it is thought to live in deep water, coming out only at night to feed, leaving tracks the shape and size of a large paddle. So think of it like dragging along the sand.
Wow. That does give credence to the idea that it has the big long tail.
There you go.
There we go.
Or it's got like little flipper things, you know? Could be scooting its way up. I don't want you to think of it as cute because it is allegedly very
We're having trouble not thinking of it as cute.
I'm sorry.
I know. Little Mokele-Mbembe. Maybe this will change your mind. It's super territorial and fiercely protective. Canoes that come near it are doomed. The creature has a habit of overturning canoes and drowning the people inside. But it doesn't eat people because it sticks to a vegetarian diet.
That's so
it's
cute.
doing keto.
So that, I mean,
What, drowning people?
No, vegetarian
it doesn't eat
diet.
people.
Right. I feel like you're skipping over the important fact that it's drowning people.
What? No.
No, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it.
I'm hearing very cute vegetarian, sometimes clumsy with the boats.
It's like it didn't mean to, right?
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
sorry.
Let me help you up. Squish. Sorry. Aw. Okay. This is a weird take on this, but I like it. So
When you don't have a picture of it, you just imagine what you are thinking, and in my mind, it's cute.
Hurt.
So-
Well, maybe a picture's coming later. Who knows?
Maybe if you roar at us, we'll be scared.
Does that scare you? So, the earliest written account of the Mokele-Mbembe is from 1776 by this other French guy, Proyart. God.
Good.
Sorry, France. So he met with missionaries in West Africa who reported seeing a strange, very large animal. He talks about very large animal tracks that some skeptics believe might have been from a water lion, which I don't really know what that is, but sure. But many
Wait.
cryptozoologists, yeah.
What's a water lion?
Right. If I was better, I would have looked that up.
No, could be its own.
I feel like a water lion's just like a lion that goes in the water, right?
It's exactly.
I'm
what
Googling it.
thinking.
Thank you. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. Oh, water lion. Oh, it's a walrus. It's a group. Okay, it's semi-aquatic cryptids reported from rivers.
Oh,
Okay, so they just think it's a different type of creature.
cool.
Ooh, fun.
Someone's got to do a lore episode on that.
Yeah.
That's
right?
a cute cryptid.
That one I'll give you is kind of cute. Some people think it's the water lion, but many cryptozoologists believe he could have been describing the Mokele-Mbembe, obviously. But then we get this guy, Captain von Stein, who emerged from retirement to lead an expedition in 1913 to find the creature in the northern part of the Republic of the Congo, which was then part of the German colony of Cameroon. Stein was unfortunately unable to complete the expedition due to this pesky little thing called World War I, and therefore the notes he had on the creature and the expedition were never published. However, he did send his findings to a German writer, Wilhelm Bolsch, who was working on a study of dragons. What? Sorry, why him? If he only came across regular creatures that you'd find in Africa, why did he send his findings to a dragon expert?
Interesting.
And why did Bolsch find his findings so compelling that he included them in his books?
Interesting.
I gotta get my hand on some of those old dragon books. That sounds fun.
I know. I read that and I was like, Dragons episode? Did we talk about this? And
We did
all
not talk
forgot?
about that guy. But I
No,
do.
we did
I
not.
feel like this is already connecting to the Dragons episode in many ways, but I'll mention that later.
Love.
We'll see where it goes.
We shall. Well, both shared Stein's findings with a romantic zoologist named Willie Ley. I didn't know what a romantic zoologist was. And yes, the clasping your hands to the side is very true.
Oh, really?
It means that you're a zoologist, but you approach your work from an awe-filled place as opposed to purely scientific.
I want to be a romantic.
We should all be romantic everything.
Yeah.
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 I think we're romantic cryptozoologists.
Yes.
That's what I want to be.
I think you guys just said Mokele-Mbembe is cute and adorable. I think that's what we're doing.
Awe-filled. You know Jane
We really are.
Who's my top girly girl. She's
Jane
probably
is
number
amazing.
one for me as a person.
Yeah.
But, well, first of all, I found out she's an Aries, so hell yeah. But second of all,
There we go.
more importantly, in her book, which I recommend everyone read, she actually talks about how she doesn't identify as a scientist because she believes she's coming from a place of like awe and wonder and love. And she doesn't feel like she can be truly objective, nor does she want to be.
Romantic zoologist.
I love that.
Yeah.
Also, the wine is tasting better. I'm giving it.
It's grown.
It's chilled out.
Yeah.
So back to this. He gives Stein's findings to the romantic zoologist Willie Ley, and he published some of Stein's words in his 1948 book, The Dodo, the Lungfish, and the Unicorn. And by the title, you may guess how Ley felt about the findings. But in them, Stein mentions talking to locals who gave consistent accounts of the beast, though Stein himself was kind of skeptical about it.
Whoa.
That's so
And
cool.
crypto? I think so too. every like new article I was reading, I was like, oh, interesting.
Sorry, can I just ask, how did you find out about this?
I Googled dinosaur lore.
Love.
Unlike Lindsay, I don't go by how I'm feeling or what I need in the world. I go by the things that I love in general.
You were
and how can I make it
feeling
lore-y.
you were feeling like you like dinosaurs. That's a feeling.
Somehow that feels condescending, and I love it. You feel like you like them.
He felt he knew the oceans. That's why it's already established.
That's
And
for,
you felt you love dinosaurs.
that's for the laureates.
I go by vibes. Do I want spooky vibe? Do I want fun vibe?
That's fair.
That's it.
And cryptozoologists have used Stein's findings to back up their theory that there is a population of dinosaurs that live in the African wilderness, a rogue group of sauropods that somehow survived extinction.
Oh, please. Let it be true.
I know. Of course, there are always skeptics who say, wouldn't someone have taken a picture of them by now? And to that I say, Bigfoot? Mothman? Every good cryptid ever? Sure.
The Fresno Nightcrawler?
Can you take a picture of gravity? Sorry.
You guys don't even believe it when people do take pictures. You know? It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI this, AI that. Come on, buddy. In the 1900s, early 1900s. Then, weirdly enough, all research into the Mokele-Mbembe sort of kind of stops until 1980. And here we set the scene for the major players. We've got Roy P. Mackle, James Powell, Herman Registers, and Marcelin Angnanga. The boys who put the Mokele-Mbembe on the map, who made it one of the most well-known and controversial subjects of cryptozoology. Let's get into it. Actually, before I get into it, I want you to blindly pick your favorite expedition. So the groups are Mackle and Powell together. Then we have Registers, and then we have Angnanga.
So just to be clear, you're taking us on some very adventure-filled cryptozoology expeditions through the jungle?
Yes,
This is sick.
I know.
Yeah, I've never been more excited.
Please pick your favorite.
The first one had 2 people. The second and third had 1.
Correct.
I'm going to go with the 2-person because I feel like one of them might get lost.
I was going to say
going
the
Mackle and
2-person too because it felt
Mackle
like a buddy
and Powell.
comedy. But I will go with the third one. What is the name again?
Agnagna.
I'll go with Agnonna.
He was going to be my second option. Sorry.
Too late.
Rutgers.
Yeah. Registers.
Thank
you for picking your favorite expeditions. Let's go on them now. So first up, we have Mackle and Powell, Sammy's pick. Powell is a herpetologist, which is someone who studies amphibians and reptiles. And it starts with him going to Gabon to study crocodiles. And this is where he starts hearing stories from the locals about an enormous river monster that they called Nyamala. Powell showed a local witch doctor a book of dinosaurs that I guess he just conveniently had on him. And he was wondering if maybe they could identify the mysterious creature within the book. The witch doctor pointed to a picture of a diplodocus and said it was an exact match to the river monster he had seen. Slay. Then Powell tells his friend Mackle, who's a biologist and vice president of the International Society of Cryptozoology, something we need to join, ladies, and they decide to buddy it up, do a buddy cop.
That's exactly what I wanted.
And they're going to investigate together. In 1979, they travel to the Congo together. They meet up with a missionary along the river who connects them with many eyewitness accounts of the Mokele-Mbembe. Mackle's initial skepticism quickly gave way to fascination and then fervent belief. They learned that there are many superstitions surrounding the beast, mostly the belief that talking about the Mokele-Mbembe would cause death, and several people feared that the village elders would harm them if they shared information with outsiders.
Whoa.
Wow.
Then, that was their sort of like recon mission. Then Mackle came back on his own in 1980 with a team, and their mission was to find evidence. So they were rounding a river bend south of the town of Epina when a large creature abruptly submerged near the far bank. The creature made an 18-inch wave that smacked into Mackle's canoe. Crocodiles don't make that big of a wave, and there weren't any hippos in the area. So what was it? They were ultimately trying to reach Lake Tele, the alleged home of the Mokele-Mbembe, but they were met with complications, so they could not reach the lake. Sorry, Sammy, your guys are out.
I knew it.
But the expedition was not entirely useless. Despite getting no definitive proof, Mackle was able to collect more than 30 consistent first-hand descriptions of the dinosaur from people of different ethnic and cultural backgrounds in the area.
Wow.
Pretty sick. Now let's move on to nobody's favorite. I'll champion
Yeah,
him.
you pick this guy.
Yeah, Registers. Let's go. 1981, Registers leads his own rival expedition. By the way, all these guys are like trying to be the one to like get the proof. This is like rivalry.
This is amazing.
So Registers,
Give me a
has
TV show
more
of this.
Yes.
They should. They totally should. I would watch a documentary about it.
Yeah.
Registers more successful than Mackle and Powell because they were actually able to reach Lake Tele. Go them. Registers and his wife swear that it was there at Lake Tele that they observed a long, graceful neck ending in a snake-like head emerge from the water, just 30 feet away from their raft. The creature stopped and stared at the explorers for a few seconds before silently slipping under the water.
Whoa.
Towards the end of their expedition, the team heard an ear-splitting roar, kind of like what I did, of a huge animal.
Oh, Jessie.
That is how I was going to explain it. Ear splitting.
Yeah, ear-splitting.
Yeah, splitting for sure.
Allegedly, they saw the creature a few more times, and guess what?
What?
He was able to take a photo of the Mokele-Mbembe,
Whoa.
and it's actually pretty good.
Really?
I have it. I printed it out.
Oh.
Not the printing.
I'm showing Lindsay first.
Oh.
Honestly?
Wow.
What's funny is that Jessie printed a photo of him holding a photo. That's why we're
It's
laughing.
really funny.
I'm also laughing because it looks like fucking nothing.
Yeah, no, it looks like a log.
It looks like a log.
But he's really proud of
Look
it.
how he's so happy.
He's so happy.
And I'm very happy for him.
And unfortunately, he was met with a ton of criticism for this photo.
Which
sucks.
No.
He still swears. He swears even, years later that this is the creature.
You know what?
it's-
Good for him. I believe him. Why not?
Yeah. I believe that he feels like he saw it.
I think he feels that he saw it, and so who are we to say?
Mokele-Mbembe. Exactly.
We weren't there.
No. We listen and we don't judge. We validate.
So true.
Bring that back. So, in 1983, which is 2 years after that excellent photo happened, Lindsay's guy, Egnangna.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be the one for sure.
Yeah.
He was the third one.
Exactly. So he leads his own expedition to Lake Tele. After 5 days of finding nothing, they finally spotted a large animal moving in the water. Its head was small and lizard-like, with a long neck and broad back. Egnangna did what the others failed to do and whipped out his Super 8 camera to record the creature. But guess who forgot to switch the lens setting from macro to long distance?
That's so embarrassing.
That's so me.
No.
Oh, no.
The film is useless.
No, I had so much faith.
I know.
Wait.
And yeah, I know. Maybe now if he went today, if he's still here. But other expeditions, they got techie with it. Some used sonar technology to scan the rivers and lakes, which yielded no conclusive proof. Many smaller independent expeditions have tried to take off, but the Congo has such dense terrain and Lake Tele is incredibly difficult to get to. So many people didn't have the money to do their expeditions or the means to get through it. A lot of believers use this as hope that a dinosaur could actually be there, hidden from even the most advanced satellite imagery or other means of detection. In 2011, Vice News released a 9-minute documentary hosted by David Cho. Cho set out to find the dinosaur. And he has a fun sort of opening line that I want to share. He says, quote, "There's an area of thick, dense, untouched rainforest about the size of Florida. It's the only area that survived the last ice age, and it's the last place on Earth believed to have living, breathing dinosaurs."
Iconic.
Right?
Iconic.
What a good way to start a doc.
Yeah.
That is a great way to start it off.
And according to this fantastic article by Ryan Biller, where a lot of my upcoming information comes from, on New Lines magazine, the documentary is chaotic. It's silly, and Cho keeps getting into insane situations. He meets 2 missionaries who say they've seen the beast. He dances with naked women. And I guess the documentary ends with Cho getting super drunk in a remote village while a villager dances around in a dinosaur costume. So next time we're all
Amazing.
together, movie
Let's watch
time.
Can we did you watch it? We have to watch that.
That sounds like a blast.
I feel like that's a fever dream.
Literally. I guess this guy's known for like being kind of a chaotic documentarian, so it kind of makes
Okay.
sense.
I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. In 2012, National Geographic sent several crews to the Congo to look for the Mokele-Mbembe, but unfortunately yielded no information. And you'd think by now someone would have gotten proof of it, right? Although, to that, I say we are still discovering new species in the ocean.
It's true.
So who can say what is lurking in our jungles?
Also, like Bigfoot, you think by now,
Well, there have been photos of Bigfoot,
but like,
yeah. Well, some people don't want to be found, and that's fine. We respect their decisions.
You have to respect Bigfoot's privacy, okay?
So Ryan Biller, the guy I mentioned earlier, he went to the Congo too, and he offered his 2 cents. Quote, "Locals tell me the myth was spiritual at first, a metaphor perhaps for humankind's delicate relationship with the land. But today, nobody can say with certainty what exactly it meant because foreigners long ago twisted it well beyond recognition." End quote. In fact, most everything we agree upon as canon for the Mokele-Mbembe is based on European explorers from the late 1800s to the early 1900s. And during this time, there was a dino craze that led to the Bone Wars and the Great Dinosaur Rush, where where white people essentially were obsessed with finding remnants of dinosaurs. There was a race to see who could discover the most fossils, who could find the most impressive ones, etc., etc. And it was so competitive that some people took extreme measures to sabotage their rivals, including theft, slander, bribery, and even destroying precious fossils.
No!
What?
Around the same time, oh yeah.
Oh my god.
If they're not the first, then what's the point, right?
Destroying fossils is actually heartbreaking.
Are people
It's like
okay?
No.
So you're not in it for the love of...
Finding a fossil.
Exactly. You're
Those
in
are
it for notoriety.
Unromantic. Unromantic
Yeah.
fossil explorers for sure.
Yeah.
Not even scientific.
What's the opposite of romantic?
Apathetic.
Apathetic. Okay.
That's so sad.
If you know the best word for unromantic, let us know. And during the same time, natural history museums started popping up, and we entered the first golden age of fossil collecting. With this craze that's going on, we get The Lost World by our guy, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Hey.
Can we name him in every episode upcoming? I hope
Probably.
so. And The Lost World is about a fictitious dinosaur that survives in the isolated jungle. And a year after this book is published, Officer von Stein goes looking for the Mokele-Mbembe.
Interesting.
Thus begins the cycle of taking fictitious accounts and using them as evidence, chipping away at the original significance and metaphor of the Mokele-Mbembe. Because many locals believe that it is just that, a metaphor. Veronique, a woman that Ryan met while traveling, said, quote, "Growing up, I was told that it is a protector of the waterways. It's a symbol, actually. Sort of how nature gives life, but can also cause death." A local wildlife advocate, Sele Abongo, also views the Mokele-Mbembe as an abstract metaphor for Mother Nature, as a creature that is sacred and perhaps even a little taboo. Quote, "Basically," she says, "I think of Mokele-Mbembe as a cautionary tale. It is like a warning that people must respect the river and the forest, because if we do not, we could be destroyed." But this cautionary creature turned into a real cryptid as wave after wave of European and American people decided it was real. And it sort of all goes back to racism. They viewed Africa as the dark continent, and the Congo as its dark heart. These explorers didn't go into their searches objectively, but with a predisposed thought that creatures like dinosaurs could exist in Africa, a place where prehistory was still alive. As Darren Naish, a British paleontologist, puts it, quote, "The concept of Mokele-Mbembe and the other prehistoric monsters that are supposed to be in tropical Africa stems from the idea that the African tropics are some sort of prehistoric backwater. It's not like a modern, advanced, beautiful place like other parts of the world. It's seen as a tropical, fetid swamp where there are things still living from prehistory. That's this colonial, in a sense racist, view of what Africa is like."
Whoa.
End quote. And of course, this isn't a concept solely directed towards Africa. People have long thought that other parts of the world have hidden prehistoric creatures, like the alleged carvings of stegosauruses in Cambodia in an ancient Hindu Buddhist temple. A Cambodian guide of the temple thinks it's a hoax, obviously, saying, quote, "The amazing overgrown ruins of Angkor Wat offer a perfect setting for outsiders to imagine a lost primitive civilization that coexisted with prehistoric dinosaurs." And usurping folklore isn't new, as we know, but I'm surprised that even today the Mokele-Mbembe is such a hot topic. And to be fair, I fell victim to it too. I saw potential dinosaur in Congo and I got stoked. And even researching, I found myself wanting to believe that it was true.
Yeah.
And I thought, crocodiles exist. Those are kind of like modern dinosaurs. So why can't something else? But the more I read and the more I learned, the more I was reminded that imposing our interpretations, our wants, our desires, kind of disrespects the original cultural significance. obviously. And to corrupt it even more, today, the Mokele-Mbembe is used as a tool to aid creationist belief, to refute evolutionary theory and Darwinism.
Whoa.
Because a dinosaur in a jungle kind of proves their point that humans and dinosaurs lived at the same time.
Right. This is wild.
Fascinating.
Oh, I know. And what was once rooted in folklore has been co-opted into cash-grabby headlines that almost always miss the point entirely. Joseph Oyange, a Congolese naturalist, says, quote, "You know, if foreigners thought it was a spiritual being the way I was taught it was, they probably wouldn't waste all this time looking for it. Because if it exists, it doesn't exist the way an elephant does, or the way you and I do. Nobody searches for Pachamama in the Andes, for example, who's an Incan goddess. And if you do go searching for her, you take your eyes and your soul, not your camera. Because Pachamama, like Mokele-Mbembe, is a spirit, not an organism." And to wrap this up, Veronique puts it so perfectly, and I just want to end on her words. Quote, "If our story is told to the world by the oppressors, then whose story really is it? Ours or theirs?" That's the Mokele-Mbembe.
Wow.
That's a fabulous lore.
Thank you.
Very cool lore.
I'm sorry that I wasn't able to provide you with a real dinosaur, but I think this is more fascinating, honestly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I absolutely agree.
I would love to know what the breakdown of the people who live there, what they believe it to be, whether they believe it to be a more spiritual being or whether they believe it to be a real being.
Yeah.
Because
It seemed
it
pretty
sounds
mixed.
like it's mixed, yeah.
I think in part that comes from the fact that it has been so co-opted or, corrupt by Europeans since like early days. So I think some still have that traditional indigenous folklore and some are like, yeah, there is a beast. And I'm sure like it would be so easy to mistake an elephant or like a huge hippo or something for a mythological creature.
Sure.
Or you grow up hearing these tales and then some like authority seeming man comes and is like, I'm looking for this creature. And you're like, wait, I know that exists, Who knows? I think it's pretty mixed though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like there's definitely, like even the story you mentioned of the witch doctor pointing like what it looked like is fascinating to me because I also don't want to discount the belief that there could be a real animal that also seems kind of endemic.
Yeah.
But I also love the spiritual aspect of it.
Yeah, me too.
Like, that quote was so beautiful.
I know.
I was going to say, it reminds me of the dragon episode in that a lot of these, like who freaking knows on all of the dragon stuff as well. But a lot of the lore has dragons tied to elements and places. And they're very like representative of nature and the life and death powers of nature. And it really is, it's very tied to the region of where you are. Like we were talking about, like Chinese dragons are more wind-based, and then you have dragons like that live in pools. That was like a big thing in Europe, was that these dragons would live in pools. It's just fascinating how elemental this all is.
Yeah, totally. I also think that there is a possibility that there is some sort of creature, but I just don't think it's a dinosaur.
Like some sort of unknown creature that isn't ancient.
Yeah, exactly. That isn't like...
Like how we're finding new ocean creatures now.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows, though? Should we make our own expedition? I'm just kidding.
And then there was a fourth expedition. 3 ladies went to the jungle and ended up drinking wine.
And no one would choose it.
And I brought my dinosaur costume.
And then Jessie's dancing around us in a dinosaur costume.
I cannot wait to see that documentary.
I know. I really want to watch it.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
debated watching it beforehand or not, but I'm like, I don't think it's going to provide any actual information for me. I might as well just take Ryan Biller's words and then watch it later.
Yeah,
For sure.
Lindsay, when you're back, we're watching that.
I can't wait.
absolutely.
I cannot wait. Make more funny
Well, ladies-
documentaries, I feel like.
Have I told you about my favorite funny documentary?
God.
I don't know.
The Flat Earth documentary?
No.
Oh, I've watched this maybe 6 times. Behind the Curve. It is so fucking funny. And so, like, a micro version of what society is dealing with. Of people who want to believe in something because they want to have a group of friends. Can I spoil something? I mean, we all know the Earth is round. Yeah.
Yeah, here on this podcast, we believe the Earth is round.
We do.
They do an experiment because they want to prove that the Earth is flat, and they like have all this techie stuff and everything, and the documentary ends with their experiment proving the Earth is round, and it just ends with the guy looking at the results and going, well, that's interesting. It just ends.
I haven't finished it yet, but that is so funny.
It gets me every time. And once again, I do have a lot of sympathy for these people, because I think the documentary does a wonderful job of explaining why someone would be so gung-ho about something. And I think it takes a very humanity-first approach to it.
Oh, I love that.
So it is like, it explains a lot about the world. Even now, even though it was like made in years and years ago.
Whoa.
I'm a big fan, and I think that you guys should watch it.
I can't wait to finish it.
It sounds fun. It sounds really fun.
Yeah.
It's my all-time favorite documentary. If you want a good laugh, it's a very silly,
I can't wait.
fun documentary.
I love good documentaries.
Me too. Hey, listener, give us your favorite documentary.
Please.
Write into ladieswholorepod@gmail.com.
I want to watch them all.
Gotta catch them all. Okay, I'll see you two next week. How's that?
That's exciting.
Ooh, and shall we sing a little tune?
I'd love
In
to.
what way? Oh, no.
I want to say like we're dinosaurs, but that doesn't really work.
Oh, we can roar
Maybe.
at the end. We can do a good roar.
Yeah. How about normal, and then give it your best dinosaur roar at the end?
Ladies who roar.
That's the title.
I mean, that's iconic. Yeah.
All right, ladies. 3, 2, 1.
Ladies who roar.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
Hey, Jessie.
See you next week.